When should you claim Social Security? If you ask 10 people, you'll get 10 answers. How many of them are guesses? Most of them. Here's the truth underneath all of it. This is one of the biggest money decisions of your entire life, and how long do most people spend on it? Maybe an afternoon. So wouldn't it make sense to slow it down a little bit? Look, you paid into this your whole working life. Every paycheck, a piece went in. The day you're finally eligible, that pull to claim is a strong one. It's yours. You earned it. Why should I wait? That feeling is completely normal, but it's also one of the biggest reasons people claim too early and end up regretting it later. It really is. Because claiming is it really about getting your money back? No, not really. Isn't it more about setting the size of a paycheck you'll live on for the rest of your life? Now here's how the choice actually works. You claim at the earliest age, and what size check do you lock in? The smallest one, and that's for good, right? Forever. You wait until your full retirement age, you get your full amount. But if you keep waiting past that, what does your check do year after year until it tops out at 70? It keeps growing. So the same person, same work record, a very different paycheck based only on when you start Social Security. Now look at this curve for a second. Is that a small gap? No, it's not. That's the difference between a tight retirement and a comfortable one for life. Now, the fear. You've probably heard Social Security is running out of money, and the fear is real, and it pushes a lot of people to grab their benefit early just to be safe. But what does this fear leave out? So even in the hard scenarios being discussed, does the program stop paying or keep paying most of the benefit? It keeps paying most of it, not nothing. So picture that for just a moment. Can a smaller share of a bigger check still beat an also reduced share of a smaller one? Yeah, obviously it can, right? If you're letting a headline set your claiming date, could that cost you more than the thing you're afraid of? For a lot of people, yes. And here's where the real decision starts. It begins with a question most people dodge. How long are you going to live? Now, nobody knows for sure, but the odds, are they a mystery? No, and most people guess far too low. For a healthy couple in their mid-60s, the chance that at least one of them reaches their 90s is high. If that's you, does the early claim math still hold up? I mean, it changes completely. Waiting stops being a gamble. It becomes protection against the very real chance you live a long time. Now, you'll hear a lot about the break-even age. It's the age where waiting finally pays off more than claiming early. And here's the way to read that chart. If you don't reach the break-even age, who won? Claiming early won, right? If you live past it, who won? Well, waiting won, and it keeps winning every year after that. Well, then, is the real question what the break-even age is? No, it's not. It's which side of it you expect to land on given your health and your family history. And there's another layer that most people never see coming, and that's taxes. Can the age you claim change how much of your Social Security gets taxed? It can, yeah. And it can quietly push you into higher Medicare premiums later through something called IRMA. It can do that too. Are these small side issues? No, they can move real money year after year. This is exactly why the timing deserves more than an afternoon. And if you're married, there's one more piece that matters just as much. What happens to the spouse who's left? When one spouse passes away, what happens to the two Social Security checks coming into the home? The household keeps the larger one and the smaller one goes away. So the income drops, and it drops that year. Here's the second hit, and it's separate, and it lands in the following tax year. In the year your spouse passes, the survivor still files jointly, the same as always. It's the next year, filing as a single person for the first time, that the same kind of income gets taxed harder. Income drops first in the year of death. Taxes could rise the year after. People call this the widow's penalty. And does it only hit widows? No, it lands on widowers exactly the same way. So what does delaying the higher earner's check do here? It makes the check the survivor keeps as large as it possibly can be. How do you claim on your terms instead of being forced into it? Well, here's a trap most people fall into. The market drops, they get scared, and they claim early just to stop selling investments at a loss. Who decided the timing then? Fear did. Not what was best for them. Now, there's a steadier way to hold the line. It's called protected lifetime income. You build a floor of guaranteed income that covers your essentials no matter what the market is doing. And when your essentials are covered, are you forced to claim early after a rough month? No, you're not. You get to wait for the bigger check because you can. And that And is that protected income only for paying bills? No. It's what pays for the life you retired to live. The essentials, yes, but also the trips, the experiences that you waited decades to take. And most of all, the memories with the people that you love, the ones your grandkids will be talking about long after you're gone. That's what the right claiming decision is really protecting. Here's the bottom line. Is there a single right age to claim Social Security? No. The right age is the one that fits your health, your family, your income, and the life you want to live. Now, for most people, is that worth a real conversation or a guess? A real conversation, right? If you'd like to see your own numbers and walk through your options with no pressure, there's a link below to book a call. It's your retirement. Let's make the timing yours too.